There's been plenty of buzz about intermittent fasting in the world of weight loss. The process involves switching between fasting and eating within specific time windows. But there's been some speculation about just how effective it is as a diet. Now, a new study has confirmed that intermittent fasting does actually work, at least in the short term. Results from 130 clinical trials show that it can help reduce weight, body fat and also blood pressure. For more, I'm joined by Sunrise GP, Dr. Ginny Mansberg. Morning to you, Ginny. Firstly, talk us through what intermittent fasting actually is, because there can be a few fasting techniques out there.
Yeah, so there were different ones that they studied. So in some of them they had time-restricted eating, so you only eat for certain hours of the day. They looked at Ramadan fasting, which is a form of time-restricted eating, alternate day fasting. So in some diets, you can eat whatever you want the one day and then no calories the next. That was a bit of a bust, by the way.
Right.
But if you had modified alternate day fasting where you had 500 calories on the off days, that worked a treat, as did the 5 and 2 diet. So that's where, I think we all know that one. That one's where you have 5 days eating whatever you want and then 2 days where you have 500 calories a day. Just to put that in perspective, 500 calories a day, you're kind of looking at, you know, a piece of toast, a couple of eggs, half an avocado cappuccino, that's it. You've blown your 500 at that point.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not a lot for a whole day.
Okay, so the short term, we know it works because
Yeah.
it can be quite radical, some of those approaches.
Yeah.
But what about the long term? What did they find?
So it kind of hit peak weight loss at about the 3-month mark, and you could actually hold it for 6 to 12 months. That is only with the 5 and 2 diet and that modified alternate day fasting. The others didn't work at all.
But then because everyone gets over eating just an egg a day
yeah,
for 3 months?
They were kind of saying that, yeah, at some point you either have what they called a metabolic reset, which really your body does get used to the diet, how depressing, or people give up. So one of those two things, so 6 to 12 months, you're out.
So can it actually be dangerous? I mean, that fasting technique where you eat one day and don't eat the next sounds very radical.
Yeah, look, I think if you have insulin-dependent diabetes, so type 1 or type 2 on insulin, this is not a diet for you. And the other thing is people who get low blood sugar should avoid it. For everyone else, it's totally safe and actually effective. And as you said, it's not just about your waistline. These guys were getting better liver effects, better blood pressure, better cholesterol, better sugar. Seemed to be a bit of a win.
Oh, wow, that's great news. Moving on, researchers have discovered a new diabetes drug could be a game changer. Why is that so different, Ginny?
Yeah, so this is a diabetes drug. It's been around for a few years now where it actually puts sugar into your urine. So by the way, your kidneys are designed to let not one shred of sugar ever go into the urine, keep it all in the body because we're all meant to be, you know, starving and hunting mammoths and whatever. But in this one, it actually allows sugar into the urine. It's been great for diabetes. It's been great for weight loss. Last week, it was actually approved for heart failure, and now some new research is saying that it might actually stabilise the atherosclerosis plaques that sit on the arteries and can rupture, causing a heart attack. So we know that people on this drug seem to have less heart attacks, and now we seem to know why. It actually stabilises those plaques. So seems to be one of those things that's just super good for people who are not well. So, yeah.
Why do I feel like you're going to be back talking about the hunting mammoth diet next week? Maybe that is the case. Thank you, Ginny, as always, for making sense of it for us.